Turn that shit up.
Pretty much every platform, but you can definitely find them on YouTube. So Tech is a dope overall producer, but his real strong suit is boom bap. He's almost like, if you follow him on Twitter, he's like anti-trap. Like they don't fuck with trap. I'm at the 4-minute mark, so I can start using profanity. So yeah, like so Tech really don't. He's like, he's my man, but he's like, yo, fuck trap, fuck drill. But anyway, I was just stalling. You know what I mean? Now I got my man. What's up, man?
What up with it, bro?
Oh, what's up? Oh, hold on, I think it's probably me. Say something, bro.
What's good?
Oh, damn, is the Bluetooth connected?
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on, wait. That's all
what's that? Let me get my Bluetooth.
Hold on, get your headphone.
It's those? Because I think mine might still be on too. Say something again, bro.
What's good? What's happening?
What's up, man?
Man, shit, I can't call it, bro.
What's up with you, man? Like, hey, man, at any given time, you can show us that Star Wars shit you got over there, the Millennium Falcon shit over there. You got a big crazy console over there. You got a big sexy console behind you.
Let me see. I just got like some, just.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I knew you had some intergalactic shit over there.
Oh yeah, looking nice as hell over there. It look like home to me.
Hold on. I got some other shit down there.
Yeah, man.
And down on this side over here.
All that Leonard Nimoy shit. Yeah. I already knew. I knew he had something like, man, you like you sitting in the spaceship right now. I can see it.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, you got to get it how you live, bro.
Yeah. So what's been up, man? Where you at right now, geographically, bro?
I live in Georgia now.
Okay.
I live outside of Atlanta, maybe 50 miles outside of Atlanta.
Where were you before? Was it like the outskirts of Georgia?
I mean, nah, I was in Texas before I moved here.
Oh, you I'm tripping, bro. I'm tripping. Hey, man, listen. Hooked on Finals work for me. I'm thinking about cities and states, bro. I meant to say the outskirts of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But like,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like outskirts of Georgia. Like that's the whole state. Everything is the outskirts of Georgia. Yeah, bro. My bad. I meant to say, how close are you to Atlanta?
About 50 miles.
50 miles. Okay.
Yeah.
Dog. So man, take me. I want to get up to speed on what you got going on currently, man. But if you could, fam, like just, bro, like lay on the couch. Like, what's up, man? Like, who are you? Who's Nick Gage? Why did Nick Gage get into music? Then we get into like how we met, and then like all of that. But like, who's Nick Gage? What's Nick Gage about?
Jump ass piece.
What's your skill set? Like, what's who you work with? You can flex. What's the resume? Let us hear it all, baby.
All right. Well, yeah, it's so much, man. I don't even know where to start.
You've done one of these before, right?
I mean, yeah, kind of. It was just more like a conversation, but I had an interview with SSL the other day, which was pretty dope.
Okay.
Little bit more relaxed than this.
Right. I feel you. Well, yeah, man. So where's Nick Gage from? How'd you come up with the name Nick Gage?
All right, well, I'm from Miami originally, Miami, Florida originally. I came up with Nick Gage because I used to be a studio rat, as you can see. But when I was managing the studio, people used to call me Nick Cage with a C, like the actor and shit. And then I was like, well, damn. So now one of my homeboys like, nah, man, let's drop the C out of G, and we call you Gage. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, well, that's cool. They said, no, like not like a shotgun, but like a thickness of a wire. I'm like, oh. Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Right.
And then and then it just went from there, and then due to unforeseen situations, I stopped doing music and I hopped back in the military. You know what I'm saying, for family reasons, shit like that.
Yeah.
And then that's when circa 2006 I met you. Or was it 2005?
2006. Yeah.
It's 2006.
Yeah.
And then we was both serving in Iraq together, and we was making fire-ass music in the damn desert, nigga. You remember that?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
That was crazy, bro. We did like 2 albums out in the desert, bro.
For sure. It's a surreal experience, man, when I tell people about it. Like, I tell them it feels like I'm lying because it happened so long ago. It feels like another life. And then it was just
Absolutely.
and then like just the circumstances made it so surreal. Like, you know, when I tell people like, yo, you was in Iraq, so what was it like? I'm like, fam, I was really like working out and making music. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like it in a weird way, it felt like, yeah, I felt like a professional recording artist under the weirdest circumstances. Because it felt like my job every day was to go make music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You had like the occasional mortar income indirect fire and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just real surreal shit. You like, man, what? Like, that sound like a bad Netflix original. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in Iraq fighting war.
Go off the wall.
But we still rapping, and so it's like hustle and flow, like patriotism and flow, like a
50 Cent.
Terrorism and flow, not hustle and flow, terrorism and flow.
Hey, man. Well, who's to say that you can't sell that story, you know what I'm saying, to them?
You can, dog, because I know it's a very unique story. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the circumstances. Because how we met was by chance. Because it was, damn, dog. Oh, what was his name, dude? There was a dude.
You mean Pettit?
Yeah, Pettit. And then there was a dude that I recorded with that was from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And there was another cat from Philly. I think the dude from Philly's last name was Spicer. And the dude from the white dude from Tulsa, damn, I can't remember his name. But they introduced me because remember we weren't in the same platoon.
Yeah, same unit, none of that.
Yes, it was a go-between. Like somebody was speaking highly of you. It was like, yo, man, I know this dude. He, you know, he's like for real. Like, he got like equipment, and you know, you hear equipment, your antennas go up. Like, he got like equipment and shit, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, cool. So when he took me to your room, I immediately was impressed. I'm like, okay, because I think you at least did you have the Triton and you had the MPC?
Nah, we used Reason.
Okay, but
I had a mixer, I had an interface and a mixer and a microphone. That's all I had.
Okay, damn. Okay, yeah, I'm putting extras on it. Like I thought.
But you are right. I had that when we got back to the States.
Oh, okay, cool. So I gotta get
That's
the
when I
time.
had the MP and all that, and I had the keyboard and all that kind of stuff. So you are right, but this is when we got back to the stateside.
Okay, yeah. And we played. I still got like we worked on a mixtape, like the three of us, but I was really like the driving force behind it on most of the tracks. And we played that. And I remember you took a liking to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of, the eyebrows went up when you heard me rapping. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. And then from there, I think you invited me back to come work on some more stuff. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
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 And then somehow, Patterson told me and Patterson still talking to regular. He told me to say what's up.
Yeah.
He said, what's up? Yeah, because then he somehow got worked into the story too, to a certain extent, because y'all worked, and then we collaborated a couple times too.
Yeah, because we was in the same unit together.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he and I, like, and he rapped, you know what I'm saying, with that text to Texas swag he got, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, man. Yeah. Matter of fact, we went live. My most viewed live, me and him did. It was so weird because we went live. It's called the Memphis Bleak Debate. It's the most, yeah. I know you expect me to say that. It's the most random shit. Yeah, like we just went because so the dude, I sent you a video to the dude Dane Taylor. He put up a collage with 25 albums, and you know it had everything from like Gangstar to like the Black Album. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a wide variety of albums and different albums that had like were more or less impactful. So like I picked Speaker Box, Love Below, Get Rich or Die Trying, and then I think I picked Trap Music. And somebody else picked like the G-Unit Group album. They picked something else, and then they picked Memphis Bleak. And like it's just on some funny shit. I was like, yo, I can't trust you if you think Memphis Bleak is dope. And Patterson, he followed me on Facebook, so he took issue with that shit. And he hopped in the comment section like, yo, didn't Memphis Bleak have some joints? And I'm like, yeah. And then I kind of played, you know, because I'm like, well, you know, MC Hammer has some joints, but he don't get to sit at the cool kids table of like dope rappers. You know what I'm saying? He just don't get to sit at the table. And that turned into like a back and forth. So we decided to go live to talk about it, but we really ended up we didn't really cover this shit at all for real. But yeah, my most popular live I did with Patterson. So we still collaborating in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, shout out to Patterson, man. Shout out to him, bro.
Yeah, he doing good. His family doing good. You know what I'm saying? Black don't crack. He ain't really aged or nothing. He still look the same. You know what I'm saying? So he just ain't spitting no more. But I be saying, I'll send him something and then to get him excited and have him like, yo, man, I'm thinking about, I'm always been positive. Like, yo, bro, if you want to rap. You know what I'm saying? You more than willing to, I'm more than happy to have you hop on the track with me. Fuck it, fam. But yeah, so Nick Gage, you get the name Nick Gage. When did you get the ear for production, bro? Like, when did you get the bug to want to make beats?
You know what? Back when I was in high school, when One in a Million came out, back in like 96?
Yeah,
95, 96.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's when I first heard Timbaland. And man, shout out to Timbaland. That is the GOAT. That is my idol. You feel me?
Oh, for sure.
Production.
For sure.
And,
have you ever had a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I met him like once or twice, but he don't remember. But it was like way back, this was like 02, 03, long time ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talking about 20 years ago. You feel me?
Break it down. How did it happen?
Well, what happened was like I was working with these dudes in Miami. My homeboy Gator and this other dude named TP.
Mm-hmm.
And they met him first. And at the time, I was in the Marine Corps at the time. And I would only come home like once out of the year, you know what I'm saying? Because, you get 30 days, you save up your 30 days leave, you know what I'm saying? You don't go nowhere, you get 30 days off.
Bro, I forgot you did serve in both branches. I did. Damn, fam. Because earlier, like you said, I had to go back because of unforeseen circumstances. And I was like, it made sense, but I didn't connect it. I'm like, damn, because I didn't meet you when you was in the Marines. Bro.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, and then
switch. Bring your
so what happened was they
sit over here.
Oh, go ahead. Y'all, you needed something?
No, just setting it up. You want to come what? This way?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just setting it up. Yeah, you keep going, fam.
Oh yeah. So my homeboys, they met him first. They said, "Yo, man, we got some prospects." Like, what you talking about, man? Hey, bro, we met Timbaland. I'm like, you didn't meet no damn Timbaland, bro. But at this time in Miami was real hot. Like, everybody wanted to be in Miami for whatever reason.
Yeah.
We from there, so we was like, it's Miami.
Right.
That's the crib.
Right.
But everybody, artists, stars, movie actors, all that shit, they wanted to be in Miami for some reason. I guess because the Bad Boys and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so Tim had like a little spot there in at the studio called the Hit Factory. And so they met him before I did, and then so when I came through, like on leave, then I had the chance to meet him as well. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a chance thing. Like, oh, there, this Gage right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's engineer / producer and shit like that. He dapped me up, whatever. And he just kept it pushing.
Was this a skinny Tim or fat Tim?
No, this is Fat Tim, bro.
Fat Tim.
This Fade to Black.
Oh, like Black Album Tim? Okay, yeah.
That's your shows off Tim.
Right. I got you.
That's Tim in his height. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right,
like,
yeah.
Going up, but I mean, he was like, he was that nigga right there.
Yeah, that was like Apex Tim. Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's when I met him, and then his security, like his name was Big Joe or Big something, Big Chris, some shit like that. It was a big ass nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was cool. And then, you know what I'm saying, and then so my homeboys were hung out with him, whatever the case may be, because I was back in the service, and then like one day he said, "Hey man, y'all do music?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do music." And so let me hear something. So he heard something. He's like, "Yo, I fuck with you." So I was in the studio like 18-hour days, making beats, mixing shit, recording shit. Like, they was running me like a slave in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, just trying to get shit happening, but then, people being their feelings and people fucking up, kind of messed us. Like, we missed that deal right there because of, people not doing what they want to do, kind of wanted to go solo. but ended up fucking all of us, including himself.
So what were you guys like? Would it be accurate to call y'all like a production team, or what would you call it at that time? What were you?
Well, it was an actual group. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
2 dudes who rap, and it was myself who kind of produced, and it was another dude who produced. So it was like 4 of us.
Okay.
And then I had one of my other mentors. You know what I'm saying? He helped engineer. He helped show me how to use Pro Tools and shit like that. So, which his name is Mark Ruffalo. He's still doing his stuff down in Miami right now too.
Yeah.
And shout out to him because he was the one. If it wasn't for him, bro, I wouldn't be where I am right now because he was the one that actually showed me how to use Pro Tools. He didn't show me how to produce, but he showed me how to use Pro Tools because I couldn't use Pro Tools before that.
How long did it take you to take to it?
Man, actually, bro, the way he broke it down, I had it within like a couple hours, bro.
Yeah.
Because the way he explained it so eloquently, and I just caught on to it, and it was just like, yo, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I never before that I was using like Cakewalk, a Sonar. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was using before I started using Pro Tools.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So because at the time I met you, you were using Pro Tools. So you had been using it about like 4 or 5 years at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you were real fluid with it when we met. Like it was there, and it was all like magic to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I don't know how. Like, yo, especially when you would go and start flying things in from Reason, and get to because they had the virtual. You had to unplug everything virtually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like, do you still have to do it that way?
Hell no, bro. I wisen up, and what I do now is when I make my beat in Reason still.
Yeah.
And then I'll do because the only people I'm like really producing for now is my son and my cousin.
Okay.
And for you too when we get this shit all set
Yeah, man, because them
like,
beats fire, man.
This is my man DC. This is my man DC.
What's good?
What's happening, fam?
What's good? What's
Yeah, I grew up with DC. DC's probably in like a couple of my verses. You know what I'm saying? But he know me like from Akron, like when I enlisted. Like we go all the way back. And we up in Studio 225. This is his studio. I'm like a consultant liaison. You know what I'm saying? Like not official staff, but I'm like the homie.
But he ain't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. We up in here rocking, man. Like they got a real dope setup. They interviewed like some luminaries from the state, inside and outside the state. Been to Heaven's Gate Studios up in Detroit with Royce. So yeah, they moving and shaking, man. So I've really been focusing on the channel. They've been focusing on the podcast, and we collaborate.
That's dope. That's a huge thing, bro. Huge thing.
For sure.
Because you such a great talent, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see you get there, bro, and I want to be one of the ones to help you do that. You know what I'm saying? For
sure. And my networking game, like I gotta put some like super soldier serum in that shit, and you know what I'm saying? Because like my thing is like I always prided myself on being able to do so much on my own, and I've tried to network with people and had. I mean, not bad experiences, but just like left on red type experiences. Like I've sent beats to like other rappers from the city and you know what I'm saying, didn't get feedback. And then from others, I got like with Young Grind, he immediately came and hopped on the track. But like I gave a beat CD to a cat named Liz. He's dope. I went to high school with him. Sent beats to King Locust. He's like one of the biggest cats from the area. And Locust actually, he interacted and gave me good feedback inside the Hotmail. Like, yo, gave me critiques on this, but we never moved forward and got anything done. But overall, like networking has got to be like my weakest area. You know what I'm saying? So I know I got to get in the networking way more.
Well, yeah, because I would tell people all the time, especially wanting to be in the industry, like 90% of what we do is networking.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, hell yeah.
10% is actually working because, you know, there's so many people out there who don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, who knows you? If nobody knows you, it matters not how good you are.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody ever gonna hear your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so that networking game is really important, bro, because that's when people's like, yo, I need a beat, but I got people that I know, but I need something unique. And then they think you pop up in their head like, oh yeah, he out of the box. I need that shit right there. That's what I need. I need that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to get back. I mean, that's why I never lost ties with you. Same thing with composition or Crystal. Same thing even with Pat, where it's like if I met people that were in different parts of the world or just people that were supporters early on, I didn't want to lose ties with them. And that's why like I kept sending music the whole time to let you know, like, yo, I never got rusty. I never, ain't no cobwebs. Stay sharp. I think I've even gotten better because like I feel more comfortable on different styles of production. I still hadn't mastered like we only got maybe 3 or 4 tracks where I'm rapping double time. In everything we did, when you think about it, we only probably got 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm really, you know what I'm saying? So I'm way more comfortable rapping like that now. You know, just little things like that, getting more polished as an overall writer, because that's kind of where it went with the drill and trap shit. Yeah. Eventually, everybody, with Migos' popularity, and you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, Lil Baby rap like that, Da Baby rap like that. You know what I mean? A lot of the bigger artists, they got that same type of style.
Yeah, they absolutely do. I mean, it's just one of those kind of things where you gotta stay with the times. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, it took me a while for me to speak. Since you brought up those names, it took me a while for me to come around to that style of music, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, because you were still on that. You were still on your golden age?
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, this shit ain't gonna last, bro. This shit gonna be here today, going tomorrow. This shit is trash, but I was wrong. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I accepted the fact that, you know, gotta pass the torch.
For sure.
To the younger generation.
Yeah.
So I definitely, even my production has changed dramatically.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
Yeah. Bro, the one beat you sent me, I turned it into damn dude, No Patience. It's the most recent joint we did because I added a new verse to Pressure, but of the batch of beats you sent me, the newest one, the most recent one you sent, I turned into a song called No Patience. And even on that, the beat was hard as hell. Like, you ain't missing a step at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a real. Do you remember that?
No.
I'll send it to you. No, I appreciate you keeping it 100 because like it's something that I did and I never did anything with it because for a minute I was sending tracks to you to get them mixed and I meant to send No Patience. I never got around to it, but I got it sitting it's in my Dropbox and I got it sitting on a external drive. But yeah, I want to send it to you. I think I got a rough mix of it I can send to you for a refresher. But
sure, I'll love to hear it.
Yeah. It came out dope. It's a real smooth track. It's real seductive. And I turned it into like, you know what I mean, something like sexual and, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I could tell. I'm like, yeah, you ain't missing a step for sure. Like, you stay sharp.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what y'all cook up for real.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like, he sent me a reference. Yesterday you sent me a reference or the day before?
I think the day before, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I got so many ideas from that shit, bro. I'm like, okay.
Which one in particular?
You only sent me one though.
Just with me rapping to it?
Nah, it was just a beat.
Oh, okay, yeah. Damn, I think that was was it the was it the Old Spice?
The Old Spice.
Yeah. Yo, I was just playing. I've been playing him music for like 25 years. So like, I did the same thing with DC. I let him hear. I was like, yo, man, this Old Spice commercial got this hard ass beat. Like, it don't make no sense how hard that beat is. You know what I'm saying?
But that's definitely reminiscent of the Timbaland of like.
For sure. Yeah, it's a Timbaland homage all day. Yeah.
And when I heard that shit, I was like, oh. I said, yeah, no. I said, okay, this is where we going. All right, I'm with you. I've been wanting to bring back some of that shit right there because, like, now with my son rapping and my cousin rapping, like, they want me to do this kind of shit. That I'm like, it's cool. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. It's hard, but it's like, I want to get back to what I like to make. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, even Timbaland don't even make the shit he make anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. The last joint he did. I don't know what he got in the vote, of course, but the last joint, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because he probably, he got weapons of mass destruction in that motherfucker. But the last joint, you know what I'm saying? But the last commercial joint that I heard from him that had me like, ooh, was that Heroes he did with T Grizzly.
Yeah, that T Grizzly beat was nasty.
Oh, I'm gonna send that to you when we get offline, bro. Yeah, that Hero. Woo.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, that Heroes was hard. That gave me that feeling, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's trap for sure. Like, it's Timbaland doing a trap beat, but you can hear like it's Timbo. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like them 808s is slapping real nasty. You know, his 808s don't sound like everybody else's shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, because you know that motherfucker got nothing but sound, bro.
Yeah, his shit always real tribal and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to go to the studio and steal one of his hard drives.
Oh, just one?
A little bit of sounds.
That's all I need, just one. Because you know that shit will be full to the brim with all kinds of like crazy ass sounds you can't get nowhere.
Tweaky shit, like arpeggios you can't get nowhere else. Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
All that. That's
So
why I just want one.
So let's get into that, bro. Like, so when did you start cultivating your sound, or do you feel like you have cultivated? You feel like you still going somewhere else with it? Or when did you start feeling like, yo, I have a sound? This is a Nick Gage sound.
I'll be honest with you, I don't have a sound, bro, to be honest. And it's hard to say. It's weird to say that shit, but I don't have a sound because I'm more like a I'm not gonna say a copycat, but it's like I don't have any kind of creative direction myself, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of gotta listen to something and then I get an idea from that. So it's like, to me, I would say I'm more like a chameleon, so to speak.
Yeah.
I can like change my style up to make it fit whatever. Because the thing I love, I still love, which now that I'm gonna touch on, because you know I do mostly live sound now. I don't really do production anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the time.
Yeah.
But I get into that in a second. But I still love being in the studio. I still love creating with artists when I can. You know what I mean? Like that's the reason why I jumped in the chance. Like sitting, I'm like, yo, I want to hit with you because I still want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've just been so busy with working with all these like artists, but like doing their show. Mm-hmm. So it's like I don't get a chance to produce for them because by the time I touch it, it's already done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the songs that you love or that you hear on the radio, that shit's already been produced already. So now it's my job to take that shit and make it sound big on big speakers in front of tens of thousands of people.
And I want you to break down the art of that too when we get into that.
Oh man, absolutely. That's a whole different set of
that's reward. That's reward. So the reward of making like a fire ass beat and the reward of a fire ass mix. Like how does that feel? Like what's the difference?
Man, actually, bro, it's hard to compare the two, but it's like when you like got that synergy in the studio and you like making this beat, and it's like you and whoever else is in the studio, y'all the only people on the planet who are like privy to this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. There's no other feeling like yo, this shit crazy.
Right.
Like, oh, yo, wait till the world hears this shit.
Right.
And you got the other side when the world does hear it and they gravitate towards it. Now they want to see it live.
Yeah.
And so it's a little different because you got MDs, musical directors, who take that live, that studio version, and they flip that shit and they make that shit hard. Mm-hmm. Even harder than it was. They make it crazy because you got like you added guitars, and you added like other like synth leads and shit like that on top. You got the live drums and bass and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you make a hodgepodge of shit. So now you kind of take that work, that body of work that we had the same feeling in the studio. Yeah. Then you take it and you make it another. You flip it again and have another feeling when it's live.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And I've seen both sides. I love both. I love them both.
You know what that reminds me of? You explaining it, even though this wasn't live, but it was like, so the Batman, they used Nirvana for the trailer, and it's something in the way, but the trailer edition of it is so bigger. Big, yeah. They put the production. That's as you were talking. That's what I was like seeing in my head. Like versus the album cut and right.
Mm-hmm. Because the album cut to me, like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. After working with the live version of songs, I don't like the album versions of them.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible, right?
Yeah. And it could be that artist's biggest hit.
Yeah.
And like once I compare that, especially if you got a dope MD who can really like one of my favorite MDs, his name is T Vaughn.
Okay.
That nigga there is a monster, bro. Okay. I've been working with him for a couple years and with different camps, like with Normani, I worked with him with SZA. I worked with him on something else I was doing with him. I forgot what it was. Mm-hmm. But anyway, every time he touched their music, bro.
Yeah.
This nigga elevates that shit to a whole nother level, bro. And it's crazy, bro. Like to the point where you're like, yo, where you come from, dog? You came from a different place.
So do we bring in people? Man. Do he bring his own band, or he just always hiring, or do they have like?
He doesn't. he does whatever he does whatever he needs to do to get the job done, bro.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying, and that's what I like about him. He's very resourceful, and he can take anybody's music, bro, and just elevate that times 10. Matter of fact, you're gonna hear his work when you see the Super Bowl with Rihanna. He was him and this dude named Adam Blackstone, which Adam Blackstone is like he is running the audio, well, the music world from the TV perspective.
Okay.
So 9 times out of 10, anything you hear about music that's on TV, like award shows, anything like that, Adam Blackstone has like a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's dope.
So you and T-Von, explain that to me. How did y'all cross paths?
Actually, I was I started working with him on Normani. I'm glad you know who Normani is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I did cause she did an Aaliyah
cover.
Yeah, she did. She sampled the Aaliyah record.
Yeah, the tribute.
Yep.
And I did. That's one of my more popular freestyles. I did the freestyle to that.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, like he didn't make that, but if you saw that same performance, but on MTV,
he
did that arrangement. That was his arrangement.
So
it's on YouTube. So if you want to check it out, man, you gotta check it out because it's great. Because you know the song, so you familiar with the song because you already freestyled.
Yeah.
But go to her MTV. What is it?
I'm about to pull it up.
The VMAs, the VMA Awards, like 2019. Go to that and listen to the arrangement, and you're gonna be like, "Damn."
Okay, yeah, we about to pull it up right now. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I'm curious about everything. I wanna like check out everything. Yeah. So, how do you bridge the gap between where we left off to where you start going on the road with some of the biggest artists? Like, explain that journey. What happened in between there?
Oh man, I can tell you just like this, bro. Once I moved here, you know what I'm saying, to Georgia, I didn't know nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was by chance that I knew somebody from Texas that was here too, and he needed me to go do some work in the church, like help with the sound. And from there, I started meeting other people, and he started blooming from there. But how I got to this point was one day I was doing a show for Jagged Edge, because I played with I was working at a church with their whole band, minus the bass player, the drummer, the keyboard player, and the guitar player. He wasn't there, but he still. That's how I met them cats, and so I got connected with this dude named Kyle Hamilton. Shout out to Kyle Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? He actually changed my life. You know what I'm trying to say? And he was the one that actually put me on all these gigs with all these artists and stuff like that. Because I asked him, I said, yo, I was being real with him. Because like somebody told me, said, yo, man, you need to find out who this dude is. You need to research this man. Like you need to go look him up.
Yeah.
I said, huh? They said, yeah, bro, this is somebody you need to know. I said, all right. So the night before I was supposed to meet him, I was supposed to go pick him up from the hotel. And so we can go do the show here in Atlanta. And then that night before, dog, I just typed in his name and all these articles popped up. Wow. I said, damn, what the fuck? So then I started reading articles, and then I started looking at his interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so this the man. And he a black dude, you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So it's like, it was dope to see somebody who looked like us that was at that level. I've never seen that shit before. I knew it that it happened, but I'd never seen it.
Right. Personally seen it. Right.
Personally seen it.
Right.
So I'm talking about in the live world, because most guys I see, white dudes, you know what I'm saying? It's like that they run the industry like that.
Yeah.
You know, the live world, they run that.
Yeah.
Which is cool, whatever I get. But I had never saw us being represented like that.
Yeah.
So the next day I picked him up and I said, yo, what's up? What's good, man? Just small talk. And he goes, yeah, man, so what's up with you? I'm like, nah, nigga, what's up with you, bro? He's like, what you mean? I said, man, listen, I know who you are, bro. Put me on, dog. What's up?
Yeah.
He's like, man, put you on what? I said, bro, you know what I'm talking about, man. I read all your articles, bro, and I started talking about himself and where he came from. He's like, look at me like, damn, hold up, dog. You did all this research? I'm like, exactly, dog.
Yeah.
Because you the person who could change my life. And I was right.
Right, yeah.
I was absolutely right.
That's fire.
So y'all had that initial, so from that point, how far until you're working?
Ooh. So, all right. So I was on his ass, bro, for like 6 months, almost a year, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like calling, like, yo, man, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Just checking in.
Yeah.
And one day out the blue, he called me and said, hey, I got da 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 da. I'm like, okay. And my first big gig that I did on my own in front of the house was Lady Hathaway. You know what I'm trying to say? Shout out to her because that's
fine.
she family. She is family, bro. Like every time I'm out in LA, I go to her house at least once.
Oh, shouts out to Lala Hathaway. Shouts out, yeah.
Yeah. She's super dope. She's a sweetheart. And so he said, yeah, man, you're gonna be going. So my first tour was doing her Asian run, Asia run. We went to Japan, and then we went to Singapore. We went to where else we go? I don't know. We went to a whole bunch of places.
How many days was it?
Man, I was gone for like 2 weeks, bro.
Ooh, man.
Good food.
Yeah, you got to the cuisine.
Man,
Yeah.
Oh man, we was eating everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like all kinds of great food, man. It was just like it was really just the vibe and the hang. You know what I'm saying? Because the way her camp is, it's like a family.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So she wants everybody to be with her. Like she's not. Most artists that I work with, excuse me, they're real they stay by themselves. They don't really want to interact with you. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to do that. And plus, management kind of be like, that's help. You don't want to mess with them. Like it's kind of fucked up how they do things with A-list artists sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of wrong because like I look at it like this: if you go out with these people, they should know who you are. I'm not saying you gotta be buddy with them, but at the same time, it's like, yo, I'm here to make sure your shit sound good.
Yeah,
right.
That's why. So you should know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should at least be on first name basis, some type of rapport, professional rapport. I mean, you got any like really bad experiences you had with that? Dealing with some artists, dealing with talent? You ain't got to throw no dirt, but just...
No. Fortunately, no, I haven't. I've heard the stories about certain artists being divas and being this, but I've been fortunate not to have that.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I've been very fortunate not to run into that kind of situation where, you know what I'm saying, just artists being assholes for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it does happen. It does happen. And they treat a lot of our crew guys like shit because they feel like that we're beneath them because they're the artists, which I get how they can feel like that, but at the same time, you got to understand who's working for you.
Yeah.
Like we can make your shit sound good or we can make it sound bad. Your choice.
Right.
And I'm not even gonna fire me, but guess what? Your show gonna crash and burn on this one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your shit gonna be fucked up right
now.
Right.
You know so your shit gonna plummet.
And then with social media, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. We listening.
Yeah, we listening.
You still, so with social media, oh, absolutely. Yeah. But with social media, one bad show can mean a lot. Can mean a huge thing.
Yeah.
The reviews.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people look at them shit. They look at the reviews and all that kind of stuff, and they look at the people commenting and all that kind of thing. So that means a lot. So if you piss off the crew and they fuck your show up, then that's gonna fuck up your image.
Yeah, for sure. And I can follow you. I remember that viral clip of Iggy Azalea performing live and she was freestyling, but it was all gibberish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow her to this day. Now that's less technical and more of a performance thing, but yeah, it followed her. I remember that shit went viral. And it's shit. I might check the views on that once we get off to see to see how many million views it got. But because she did it more than once, she did it live and she did like an in studio radio freestyle.
And the called it garbage.
Yeah,
and both times this shit was straight garbage.
And it's like, man, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Now I question if like they be doing Mariah Carey like that when she be singing. Do the sound guys be turning that sound up, letting her true voice come through? Letting her true voice come through.
It's funny because I know some people who do work for her, so I can't really comment on that.
Oh man!
Now, yeah, and you know, like she got that diva mentality,
right? 6 degrees.
So what I've heard, she definitely does have that. I've never worked for her, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I do have my opinions and with certain artists, cause like I'm not in it for the money.
Yeah.
I love what I do. To me, it's something about if I could do this shit for free, then you know that's what you love.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the reality is we all got bills to pay, cuz. You know what I'm saying? We gotta work. You know, we gotta put food on the table.
Right.
So I do have I'm not gonna say any names, but I do have artists that I wouldn't work for even if they had a whole bunch of money from me. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, so I guess it's probably worth it, man, in the long run.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. Because it's like now I feel like I'm doing it just for the money, and I'm not gonna enjoy my time being there. And I don't ever want to be like that, because if you don't love what you do, it's gonna show in your work.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
What's the longest
It's gonna show
run you've been on? Like when you just was going, like what's the longest run you've been on?
This Lizzo situation is the longest. I've been with Lizzo for over a year now.
Oh yeah?
That's dope.
Yeah, so we did the special tour. We hit the States, and then now next Saturday I fly to Europe to do the Europe leg of the tour. Dope. And it's gonna be dope. And then we fly back.
My daughter's an artist. She love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, her live style would be probably crazy, don't it?
Hey man, it's gotta be, brother, because I'm the one to do it.
Yes, I'm doing it. Say that.
Yo, so how did that come to be? Like, how did you? What brought you to the Lizzo situation a year ago?
Same guy, Cal Hamilton. He put me in that position because like he's got a company, a production company basically. He's an engineer as well, and sometimes when he has a whole bunch of clients that he can't service all himself, he'll pick people like myself or either other engineers to kind of fill in for him, you know what I'm saying, in the seat to let it, you know what I'm saying, so that way he don't lose the client, so that way he keep the client happy. Right. So of course you got to have competent people, right? You know what I'm saying? They're in that seat because you know that's A-list clients, bro. You just can't. That's not just like you like in a club. You just mixing in the club. Nah, you got tens of thousands of people out there. You got to make sure that shit right. So you got to have people working for you who kind of know how to get that shit right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a whole different set of rules that you got to have when you do live sound as opposed to the studio. Okay. So like I don't even think the same when I'm in live than I do in the studio because it's completely different. Yeah. So like a lot of times I don't boost anything. I cut before I boost. In the studio I can boost a whole bunch of frequencies and it's fine. But if you're boosting live, you cause feedback everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Shit ringing and doing all kinds of crazy shit. So the thing is, when you hear feedback, bro, that's obviously that's a bad thing. Right. So you gotta make sure that you don't get that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's how you keep your job. You know? Right. To be perfectly honest, because people are like, damn, well, this guy over here, he did a whole show. There's no feedback. I'm gonna hire him. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
How long did it take you? I mean, was there a learning curve when you started? I mean, how much live experience did you have prior to you doing live engineering for like the big dogs?
I was working in clubs. Okay. Working in like little small venues, like 300 seat venues, 600 seat venues. Yeah. So I already had live experience, you know, working with bands, rock bands, and like, you know, just like some of them were they were all independent artists. Right. So it was always been my dream for me to tour. So I was working at these local venues thinking that, you know, I'm gonna meet a band and they're gonna be like, yo, we like how you mix, but we want to pull you on tour with us. By the way, that shit doesn't happen. That don't happen anymore. Right. Because they don't have the budget. They don't got the money for it. Yeah. So the thing is, it's like they can't afford to bring another person on the road with them, even though it's beneficial for them to have their own sound guy. Yeah. It's beneficial for them because you got to have somebody who knows your little nuances of what goes here, how shit is placed in the stereo field. Yeah. So you need somebody who's familiar with your music, other than somebody who is just like, who's just there, who's normally just some angry ass sound guy who don't give a fuck. Who's there. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've all dealt with that, especially like open mics. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't necessarily.
You know why? Yeah. They don't value the person they're working for in the moment, because to them they're not working for you, they're working for the venue. Right. Yeah. So they're gonna make sure the venue's straight, but fuck what y'all got going on. I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on. Yeah. And that's unacceptable for somebody who's really trying to convey their shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want somebody to be able to be like, yo, I'm gonna take this. Like, it's your baby just as much as theirs. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I mix like Lizzo, Doja Cat, any of these artists, I take on the responsibility of okay, I need to make sure that this shit comes across clearly. And if I'm seeing it on the stage, I should be able to hear it in the PA. Yeah. That's my mentality.
So walk us through a typical day. You're setting up, like what to take us through your job, like in action, like what it's like when you're in the thick of it. Like Lizzo's getting ready to go on. What are you doing to prepare to make sure that she gonna have like a spectacular performance sonically? Like, walk us through it. What do you do? How do you contribute?
Yeah.
So what I do is when we set up everything, because like we go into these arenas, there's nothing there. It's a empty stage.
Okay.
Not stage, an empty building. You know what I'm saying? It's got seats and shit. So we gotta like build everything. We gotta build the stage. You gotta build a big ass video wall. Right. Well, I don't do none of that shit.
Sound speakers, set up.
Right.
Do that shit. Right. You gotta set up the speakers and all that kind of stuff. So once all that stuff is happening, I get power to my console. I pull up the show from the night before.
Yeah.
And I make sure everything sounds good in my headphones. If the shit sounds good in my headphones, I know it's gonna slap in that PA when I bring it up in the PA.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I gotta trust my system engineer. He's the one who makes sure that I drive the boat, but he's the one to make sure I don't crash the boat.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he controls like the PA and like he makes sure the amps are good, that I'm not like popping in the amps or breaking anything. So he keeps the ship working.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just the one taking it in whatever direction I still choose.
Right.
So I pull up her show or anybody's show in my ears, and I'm sitting there like, okay, I make small little tweaks and everything like that in my headphones, like, okay, yeah, this sounds good. And then when he says, okay, Gage, you got the PA, I'm like, bet. I bring up the faders. Woof. Oh, yeah, that's how this shit's supposed to sound. And after that, I listen to it for a few minutes, and then turn it off. I'm good. And then on until showtime.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of it happened pre-game. You tweaking it, like you said, in your headphones before.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Because
do y'all have to take into account like the people who coming in the building and like, you know what I'm saying, different areas in the room?
You do. But see, that's what my system is. My SE does. Like he makes sure that you can hear it everywhere. Like he walks the room for me, and I walk the room too. But he walks like way up to like the nose to make sure that even up there, it's like a nice transition between the different zones. So that way, it's not like, damn, I'm all the way up there, I can't hear shit.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why if you look at videos like on YouTube with people's phones, it's pretty much the same from where the people were closer to the people who were way in the back.
Right. Yeah, see, so
and that's kind of what we strive on.
Yep.
But the only reason why that's allowed is because your system engineer is the one that makes sure that happens for you. Make sure it's coverage everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah, you see what I'm trying to say?
That's blowing my mind kind of because I never took that into consideration because it's an art that just like I'm ignorant to completely. Like I don't even.
Here's another question, like open venues versus closed venues. So like when you go into like, you know, the stadium or whatever and it's closed versus like Super Bowl where they got the stadium open or whatever, y'all have to make certain adjustments for that, or is there?
You gotta make adjustments to any room that you're in. You got time delays and stuff like that you gotta make sure that the people in the back, you gotta delay the sound so that way people in the back can hear, everybody hears everything equally. You know what I'm saying? So and the biggest thing about mixing in arenas is the slap delay, like the shit bouncing around the room. That's the worst. So I think I finally got it figured out for myself, for me to mix through that. So it's a lot of arenas that we went to, and they all have their own characteristics in the room. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, these arenas are not made for you to have concerts. They made to have basketball and hockey and shit like that. Like that, they're not made for concerts. They're just a big venue that you could use to have a concert. But that's not what they're designed for.
Yeah, to capture sound more so than that.
Right. So therefore they're made just for people to watch games and things like that. But so when you have like the room set up in such a way, like you got on one end you have the stage and the speakers, and the other end you got us, meaning that you got the sound guys and the video people and the camera guys and the lighting director, the LD. You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones like making all the lights and shit go, and this person with the video camera, like, you know, taking the video so it can be on the big iMac and all that kind of shit. There's a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts. And we all need each other. We all need each other to make all this shit work.
As a staff, what's the number you got? Like, or as a crew, is probably a better word. As a crew, how big of a crew do you travel with?
With Lizzo's crew, we got about 45 people, almost 50 people.
Right.
Oh, that's for
Yeah.
real. Like,
Yeah.
that's for real.
But then when you got the bigger productions like the Beyoncé's, the Jay-Z's,
Yeah, she probably
they
like
got
200,
like
300.
100, 150, 200 people.
Yeah.
and
That's a way bigger production.
and how many like titles does that cover? Like from the engineer to what? To like stagehands to
Showrunners, everybody.
Yeah. Well, stagehands are normally provided by the venue. You know what I'm saying? Because normally most of these places are union based.
Yeah.
So you got to use their stagehands and all that kind of stuff because they're in the union. And you know, but you still have your core crew who travel with the tour.
Yeah.
But then you have the local people who come and help set up. They kind of augment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, we have our core people, but like you have like heads of each department.
Yeah.
And like maybe a couple workers, but then you have other people that come and augment the other people they need to help set up like the video wall.
Right.
And like the lighting and hanging the points and all that kind of shit like in the ceiling.
Right.
Because you got these points that like have like these motors that raise everything up.
Okay.
Right.
So everything's floating in the air.
Yeah.
So it takes for a load in, bro, it takes about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
From the time
before
we get everything off the truck.
Yeah, and that's before you can even go in and do what you need to do. So that whole time while they doing that up, you just setting up and listening, getting everything tweaked, ready to go beforehand.
Yep.
Is there something you do? Like, is there a routine you have personally to get yourself, you know, is there something you do? Is like a ritual, anything you got before you set up, something to get you in the right state of mind when you're ready to work?
No, not really. I just chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? I in the beginning, yes. I would just basically eat, sleep, and drink the music. So that way I can get it into my spirit. So I know exactly, like I gotta know where all the hits are, where all the drops are. I gotta know all that shit because there's a part in one of her songs that I use a vocal delay. It's in name of that song? Rumors.
Okay.
And it's a part where like at the end she says sheesh, and it's like nothing else happens, but I throw that vocal delay, go sheesh.
Right. You can't miss
but
that.
You gotta be in cute. You can't miss that. And that's something I'm doing to myself. Nobody told me to do that. It's just something I heard. I said, oh, that'd be dope if I did that. And I started doing that, and now she waits for it now.
She wants it, right? Yeah.
To hear it. She wants to hear it.
How she react the first time she heard it? How she react?
I mean, you know what? You don't get a lot of reaction from her like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like not from my end, but she gets happy with dance. She loves her dancers, bro. She loves them dancers, bro.
Oh yeah.
Which I get it. I mean, because they all big girls. They be putting in work.
They're getting to it. Right.
They be conducting business. You feel me?
Right. Working it. Man.
So like, yeah, she really likes the visuals and stuff. That's really her thing. But she has a very musical ear. Because I mean, she does play the flute.
Yeah.
But she also knows her shit. So you can't like skate nothing past her when it comes to the music. Because she's like, wait a minute, that's not how my song is supposed to be.
Hell yeah. Is it a tweak for that? Is it a tweak for the flute?
Say again?
Is there a tweak for the flute? Like when she go up there, do you have to change anything?
We got 2 different microphones.
Oh, okay.
So
problem solved already, right?
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought up the flute because that is like the hardest thing to make loud in a PA because it's so dainty, it's so small. You know what I mean? Because her flute, it's a flute, but I know sometimes she speaks into her microphone. So the way I gotta make sure the flute is just as good as her handheld is I keep them at the same level.
Yeah.
And I EQ them very similar.
Okay. Yeah.
So that way she can talk into it like this, and then talking to her handheld is almost like no real difference.
Right.
That's dope.
And that's my secret to doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. Because I figured that would have to be hard as hell if she just like, hey, go get my flute. I'm about to and now you got sound people scrambling, but it's easier, right? Just to have that mic already tweaked, ready to go for it.
It's a wireless. Yeah, so it's a wireless microphone. It's a DPA 4098 that we got on there, and it's a really dope microphone. And it's already like the pack is on there already like connected to it. So I have on my console, I got her vocal, and I have her spare microphone. I got the flute. So like I got those 3. So I will mute her actual microphone, and I'll unmute her flute when the flute comes up.
Right. Because she can still talk and it'll sound the same.
Right. Yeah. But she'll say like a couple words in it, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. But I want to make sure that everybody hears it. And so the thing that's always been challenging for me is when she gets in front of the PA, she wants to play the flute down there, and it does ring a little bit, like slightly, a twinge. It'll kind of start to ring because I got to push it so hard, but it don't feedback. But I can hear it kind of going, ding, 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 ding. I can hear it because, everybody else don't notice that. But I
you're going to notice everything.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, nobody's ever complained about it. Nobody's ever said anything, which is a good thing. And I still got my job.
Bro, I remember, man, we might have been in like, damn, dude. I don't know if we were in Iraq or Kuwait. We were somewhere, but like you were explaining to somebody that, correct me if I'm wrong, you can hear the difference between a wave and an MP3.
You can.
I remember you were the first one because that made Twitter explode. That's like everybody been debating about that, but I remember you were one of the first people that I met that was like, yo, I can hear the difference between a wave and an MP3.
You can because exactly, because the compression and the way they compress the music. Yeah. Basically, with an MP3, to make it smaller, they have to take out bits of information to shrink in it. Yeah. To shrink it down. So they normally lop off the top end, the very top end, and they lop off a little bit of the low end. So that's the reason why I tell people all the time, especially artists, I say, hey, bro, if you're going to make some music, bro, don't use MP3s, bro. Don't try to get the wave file so that way you got full resolution of your shit and it don't sound fucked up. Yeah. Now, the average person is not going to be able to hear it. But the thing is, it's going to do a couple different things for you. Like if you're trying to do like time-based effects with MP3, the further along you get past that first initial time, it's going to start to drift. Right. Because it's got information tucked out of it to make it smaller, so it's not exactly. So in other words, if the shit is like 100, if the beat says, oh, it's 120 beats per minute. Yeah. By the time you get to the end of the song, it's not 120 beats per minute. It done lost time. It's like at like freaking like 115. But it's a gradual slope that you won't hear it overall. Right. But if you try to put it up against a metronome, you're gonna definitely hear it fall off. Right.
Wow.
I implore you to try it one time so you can hear what I'm talking
about.
I
want to. I'm fascinated now. Like that's content too. Like we got
it up on the green screen.
Yeah, we gotta do that. That's content. Yo, so where did the education, bro, like just everything, just how you just went Bill Nye with it. Where does that come from? You know what I mean? Like how'd you become this iteration?
Bro, I'm a nerd, man. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I just like it. That all that shit just interests me. You know what I'm trying to say? So I take an interest to all that stuff, and it's just like I want. Basically, what it comes down to, and I'll be honest with you, I don't want to be put into a situation where I don't know something. Even though I don't know everything. Yeah. But at least with my job, I still need to be very, very educated on what it is I do. So that when somebody asks me a question, I can tell them either in layman's terms or I can go super technical with it. I want to be able to do both. Yeah. Yeah. So of course, if I'm explaining something to people who don't know what the hell I do, I'm going to use layman's terms. But if I'm talking to people who know what they're doing or know what they're talking about, but they think I don't know. Right. I think you guys hit what I'm saying.
Right. Flexible. Yeah, right.
Pull it out on them, right.
You got to flex. And normally, I don't want to be like this guy, but normally it's people who don't look like us that kind of treat me that way.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh yeah, they start talking about da-da-da-da. I'm like, they're looking at me like, oh, you don't know what that's talking about. Oh, you mean da-da-da-da? Like, they're like, what? Like, how do you know about that? So, oh yeah, absolutely. I know what you're talking about. So don't get it twisted. Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Has anybody? How long did it take, or was there even a period? But how long did it take for you before you? Was there ever any imposter syndrome, or were you always like, yo, I belong on this level? Or how long did it take for you to adjust and feel like, yo, this is where I belong?
I'll be honest with you, dog. I'm still in that point.
Yeah.
I still wake up and feel like I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I still wake up and like, damn, how did I? Yeah, bro. To this day.
That's
and
cool,
like I say, like for this tour, the Lizzo's tour. I know I mixed for over 1 million people. Easy.
Yeah.
Right.
If you combine all the tens of thousands of people it was, it's well, because we did like 30 shows.
Yeah.
Right.
And each one of them was sold out. So, and then every one was like anywhere from 12 to 17,000 people per show.
Yeah.
Right.
So I touched well over 1 million people.
Yeah.
But every single night I'm sitting there like, damn, dude, like this is crazy. Like I'm sitting here driving the boat. Like, how did I get here? Like I still feel like that.
Man.
I mean, like that. It kind of, do it give you that hunger to keep pushing and making sure everything sounds crispy all the time?
Absolutely. because I want to always feel humble.
Right.
Because I know that all this can be taken away from you in a second.
Definitely.
So I want to make sure that I'm doing the best I can, how I can, and make sure I pass my knowledge off to whoever wants to know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you got a lot of engineers who don't want to tell you shit because they feel like, oh, he gonna take something from me. No, you can't take something from me that God gave me, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if this is something I'm supposed to be doing, you can't not take it away from me. You might not be able to get me on this situation. You may be able to get me here, but you're not gonna be able to completely stop me from what I'm trying to do.
Right.
This is not gonna happen.
For sure. Sure.
And I'm still not where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So I strive every day to get better at what I do.
Where's that place? Let's go into that.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Still trying to find it. Right. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out. But the thing is, I'm trying to just make. Basically, what it comes down to, I'm just trying to get better every day.
Oh
That's
yeah. Building blocks.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, in a nutshell, I just want to get better. I want to be better today than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, that goes with anything in life, like better friend, better husband, better father.
Yeah,
better
for sure. Hell yeah, keep evolving, man. What's the most? So, have you ever had a night or like even like a string of dates that were more challenging than others? Like, what did that look like?
Oh man, those are crazy when you got back to backs. Yeah, that's crazy because you feel like you don't know what day it is, which city you in, none of that stuff. It's rough.
It's disorienting.
You know what I mean? Because you go from doing one show in this city, going to another show in this next city, then going to another one with no days off.
Right.
So it all kind of runs together, and you get really tired, really fatigued, really fast because of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And is that like circumstances like those? Is that the only time where it feels like work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's mundane. Because like I really don't like having days off for a couple of different reasons. Because I like to be working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also when I have days off, I gotta spend money.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting on you to say it. Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, like, you know, I'm real. Like, if there's food at the venue, I'm gonna eat that. It's free.
Yeah.
I'm eating that.
Yeah.
I ain't going out and spending money on food if it's already food here. It might not be the greatest food, but guess what? It's free. It's free.
Sandwiches is great.
Right. Hell yeah, man.
Sandwiches, whatever they cooking. Somebody like, oh man, it's nasty, man. I'm like, okay, well, I'm eating more of this shit here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, give me a to-go plate.
Right.
For real.
Keep that shit frugal for real.
Absolutely, because we make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Keeping up
just
on
to keep the production.
Yeah.
Well, not just. I'm not talking. I'm talking about individuals.
Ooh.
Right.
Because I got a bad habit of buying shoes. My wife hates it so much. I'm a sneakerhead, bro. I love buying sneakers, bro. And at one point in time, at this tour, I had like 10 pairs of shoes on the bus, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because every city we would go to, I would go buy shoes.
Run and go grab right. Yeah.
Had to go buy some J's or buy whatever I see in the mall, I'm buying them.
And what would you try to find? Like something like the exclusive, like something you can't.
Or some I haven't seen before.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Even though people got them, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, now I got a limit. Like, I'm not spending tens of thousands of dollars on shoes. I'm not spending $1,000 on damn shoes.
Yeah.
My most is like $300, $350 at the most.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Past that,
it's about average. Yeah, $350 is about average now.
Yeah, but anything like, like, oh yeah, man, these cost me $1,000. Like, for what? Why shoes, dog?
Yeah, and I'm gonna put them
and
up.
so if somebody step on them, you're gonna be pissed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you spend $1,000, you got to put them up. You put them on for a couple hours, you take them off, put them up.
Yeah, man.
See, I mean, I like to look just as fresh as anybody else, but my shoe game anyway. But
right.
I got a limit, bro. I ain't trying to keep up with the Joneses, bro.
Yeah.
I much rather keep my money because I like to look at the bank account and see the money there.
Yeah, you walking around with fucking.
Yeah, that mean more, right?
You got mint condition trading cards on your feet and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't afford it. Yeah. Can't bend it.
But the funny thing is, no, but the only thing is, only people who know about them shits even know. And how many people like that around you anyway? Not me.
Yeah, you're gonna run a couple sneakerheads.
You're running to a couple.
Oh, you got on those.
But that's like.
Yeah.
Is it worth me spending all this money just for a couple people? Like, yeah, man, you know, them shits is dope. You know what those are? Like, yeah, I know what they are. Like, yeah. And that's it.
Right.
What?
It's like, man, all that for what, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
niggas just gave you an attaboy for your sneakers. Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Is it anybody that's doing sound like you that you I mean that's like your motivation, your muse or whatever?
There's a lot of like I am not a hater by any means. If I hear a sound guy, both no matter what their race is, I'll tell them, say, yo man, you like that shit sounded good.
Oh yeah.
You guys sounded real good. And there's a lot of guys like at this level, we all have to be good on some level, some regard.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I've heard some bad ones now. I've heard some bad ones. I'm like, yo, how the hell did you get these damn who hired this man? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I've ran into that. And then normally those kind of guys are the ones that's real cocky.
Okay.
Like they're like, oh yeah, I'm killing this shit. Like this shit sound good. You like, bro, this sound like ass, bro. Like seriously, this sounds terrible. And I promise you, if their management hear this shit, they gonna fire you right on the spot. That's how bad it sounded out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, that's the most important thing because that's where the fans are.
Yeah.
So if you got the artist sounding bad out there, the artists don't know what the hell going on. They can't hear that shit. They on the stage.
Man.
Management normally on the sides of the stage because they want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I'm so and so's manager, so I'm gonna be right here on stage left, on stage right. I'm right here.
Sipping the bottle on the side. Yeah.
Yes, doing that, sipping the bottle, taking pictures, Snapchatting, whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? They up there. You know what I'm saying? They be clout chasing for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Got to get that look.
I see that a lot. Yeah, hell yeah. No, but they but yeah, man, fans and stuff like I guess that that fall on you the sound in the back if like because they won't find out until the next day when they show up on social media and the fans is like, yeah, I was sitting back here and we couldn't hear shit and it was horrible.
Absolutely, and so that's why I make it my mission to make sure that everybody has an experience. Not just go to a show.
Right.
I want you to experience your artist that you came and spent your money to see.
Yeah.
So I always have that in my head, like, yo, I want to make sure I give these people, because you never know, like people be going through shit all the time, right?
Right.
So if I can help facilitate them, getting them out of their own head for an hour and a half, I'm gonna do that shit.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure they're gonna have the best experience they ever had in their entire life. There's gonna be something memorable, even though I may not know that person.
Yeah.
Right.
But just knowing that there's people in the crowd that's going through something, and like I just like help them ease their pain or whatever the hell it is. I love that shit.
Yeah,
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a different level of dedication.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It is, and that's I look at that for every single show, even when it's like mundane. I still look at it because I know that everything is visual and everybody records everything.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I always got to make sure that like the shit is right. You know what I'm saying? This shit always gonna be right. Always. You know what I'm saying? And like I actually put that extra level of attention and care into it because, like I said, I love what I do. I love it. I really do. I won't trade this for nothing in the world, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Have you ever been in a situation where they kind of set you up for failure? Like you had to try to do your job with one hand tied behind your back?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That happens a lot.
A lot. Damn.
Well, not a lot, but it depends on what level artist you're working with.
Okay.
Yeah, it's competition.
Because a lot of times they trying to save money. So there's certain things that you may need that you can't get because they don't want to spend the money on it. It's not the artist, it's the production.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So I'm kind of peeling back the what do you call it? The curtain.
The curtain, right.
The inner.
So
it may get me fucked up, but hey.
Oh no, you good, man. You good. It's the truth, man. Because I know, like you probably walk into certain venues and be like, oh fuck, man, they got this sound system. Yeah, or something like yeah. I'm sure of it.
Absolutely. Like there's certain times when you like, damn, I wish I could have carried a PA with me. This one sound like shit. So you got to take that PA that sounds bad and try to make something good come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of those kind of situations, you're not gonna have your system engineer. You know what I'm saying? You're the system engineer, so you got to make sure that shit right.
Right.
Right now, I'm just spoiled because I'm working with an artist big enough who can afford me having a system engineer. But most times, you don't get them.
Yeah, it's just you. Right.
It's just you.
Is this the most prestigious tour you've been on? Would you call it that?
It's the longest.
The longest? Okay.
The longest. Yeah.
Go ahead, fam.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Is this your first time going to Europe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could unpack that.
I'm real excited about that.
We could unpack that, man. Like, where in Europe are you going first? Do you got? I mean, how do you feel? You got butterflies? Like, how you feeling? What are you thinking? How's the family feel? Like,
the family kind of jealous that they want to go with me, but they got work in school,
right?
So they can't go. So hold on, let me pull up real quick because I don't know exactly all I'm going to. But
for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. While you looking that up, man? You said sound guys and shit, man. Y'all probably don't get enough appreciation, but do fans and people occasionally come up to y'all and be like, "Hey, man, you did a good job."
That's a dope question.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes you don't get it very often, but I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. Cause I'm like, damn, man, we just killed for a whole hour and a half, man.
Like nobody said
nothing. Say shit.
But you wanted. That's how you know you did a good job.
Exactly, because nobody noticed that I was there.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a good thing. But like, we occasionally get an attaboy like, oh man, they clap like, yo, sound was awesome. It was an amazing experience. Thank you.
Yeah.
They're not talking to me directly. They're talking to all of us.
Right.
And those are probably the fans that got more of a higher musical IQ. You know what I mean? Because you got some that's just like, they just want to sing along, and you got some that are like damn near audiophiles that can really appreciate it on a more technical level.
It was one show that we did. It was a daughter of an engineer. Like, he was a local dude. I don't know who he was. And like he didn't come to the concert, but she was there. And she goes, "Oh, my dad asked a quick question." I said, "What?" He goes, he wanted to see the console. Can I take a picture of it? I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead. Take a picture."
Right.
So she took a picture. She goes, "Oh, he's gonna love this." I'm like, "Oh, no worries. Anything I can do to help."
Right.
Most of the time, we get is like people ask, "Can I get we call that not a stage, not an input list. What do you call them damn thing? It's got all the names of the show.
Oh yeah.
Show I forgot what you call them. A set list.
Set list. Okay. I was about to say a manifest or some shit.
Can I get a set list? I'm thinking in my head, like, why the hell you want a set list? But people ask for it. That's the thing. That's the one thing people always ask for, is a set list.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and that's crazy because I would have never thought going to a concert to ask for that type of shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a good thing if you want to be in this business, right? Because you want to kind of know, like, well, what should I get familiar with? What should I try to get my hands on? The type of things I should, what should I learn and not learn? And that's pretty much a quick shortcut. It's like, hey man, here's a set list to my favorite artists, and this is what they use.
Mm-hmm.
So like, this is what I need to get familiar with if I want to have that. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So you guys want to know where we're going? All right. So next week I'm flying to Oslo, Norway, then to Copenhagen, then to Germany. Well, Hamburg, Germany, then Amsterdam.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Anyway, Antwerp, Belgium, then Cologne, Germany, Berlin, Germany, Milan, Italy, Zurich, Switzerland, Paris, France, Glasgow, UK, Birmingham, UK, Manchester, Dublin, Ireland, London, and that's the last show. We got 2 shows at the O2, which is like a real cool venue. I've never been, but I'm excited.
You know anything about the capacity at the O2? It's crazy, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you said, nigga, I
ain't never been.
Yo.
One thing about me, bro, I ain't gonna front and tell you like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know, bro.
No, I appreciate the candor for real, man. Man, hey, man, international gauge, man. You gotta change the name, bro.
So they do 20.
Hey, y'all heard it here first. They do
20,000 at the O2.
20,000 at the O2.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. It's sold out already. I already know.
Oh yeah, no, it's
2, and we're doing 2 shows.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place too. Look, here you go.
Man.
Oh yeah. No, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, that look crazy.
Shout out to my guy Night Wolf, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that look next level.
Yeah, they be out there, man. Yeah, no, that's dope, man. It looked like I mean, like you about to fill your passport up for real a little bit.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of excited. And then right after that, I'm flying to to South America to do a little Lollapalooza run down there.
Oh yeah, Lollapalooza.
How long will you be there?
Just a week.
Okay.
Okay. You know, that's dope though. Is it some place? Is it some places out on the tour list that you looking forward to going to more than others? I mean, I heard you shout out. I heard you shout out Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you know Amsterdam. You know Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Right.
Yeah,
right.
London sounds
no,
crazy.
but it's just a lot of these places. Honestly, bro, I'm a big dude, so I just want to go eat the food, bro.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
That's it.
Yeah,
I just want to experience the culture a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, you should go ahead and start the travel blog now, man. So when you out there, you can post food pics and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, you know, I'm gonna try to do that because a lot of times we're not gonna have a lot of downtime. Unfortunately, here,
right?
We only got like a couple days off. Like a lot of these are back to backs. Like
because y'all banging out. A month.
Yeah, we banging this stuff out. Like we not tearing. So I think we got like a day off in Paris, which I've been to Paris with Pharrell once, so that was pretty dope.
What was that like?
So it wasn't a, you know what, they flew me halfway around the world just to do one song.
Oh, that's dope, but it's an experience,
yeah.
Right? It's an experience. Like, hey, that check cleared.
Yeah, it absolutely did, but I mean, it was weird because it was a funeral. So,
oh shit! Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
It was crazy. It was cool because I got a day off and I was able to like look around Paris and it was dope.
Right.
You get a chance to meet Pharrell?
Kind of.
Right.
Not really.
Right. Yeah.
Because he was there and he did his thing and he was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to these people and I'm out.
No.
Yeah.
Right. Hell yeah.
But he's still a dope dude though, from what I saw. Because I wanted to meet him, I wanted to shake his hand, but you know, he was just everybody like trying to bombard him. And this one thing about for artists, I treat them like regular people.
Yeah.
I try I say what's up to them and I just keep it pushing. Because they like that. They don't like to be like, oh.
Because that's what they're always,
Yeah, they always get that. So especially if you're working for them, you know what I'm saying? They just want you to be like professional. Just be like, oh, what's up? Yeah. How you doing? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I do with them.
You know, you said if people don't say anything about the mix, it's a good thing. It reminded me of like in movies, like CG, like good CG, you don't even really notice it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It blends in. It looks so seamless and so realistic. It's like, oh, damn, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, yo, this whole... Because
you're just there to experience it. You know, not to worry about, how they make it.
Yeah.
You know
right.
You don't give a damn about that. You just want to know that, hey, man, what I'm watching is dope.
Because that could break the immersion.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
For sure. And then sonically, that got to be the same thing. Like, hell yeah. If the mix is bad, like, it's going to take you right out of it.
Yeah. And because you're warning, like, because a lot of people don't know technical stuff, but they just know that something sounds bad and they can't put their finger on why it sounds bad.
Right.
So I want to make sure I take that out of the equation so they don't have to worry about it sounding bad. They're just saying, yo, this sounds great, and they have a euphoric kind of feeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just here to experience it now.
Because the one thing that Lizzo likes to do, she likes to acknowledge people in the crowd. Like even people way in the nosebleeds. People always say there's no nosebleeds in the Lizzo show, which is true. Because she was like, I see you all the way up there with the purple suit on. Like I don't know how the hell she see where they helped up.
Right.
I was like, damn.
She see that?
Right.
Way the hell up there?
Right.
But she be seeing it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gives a shout out to all the people. Thinking of, like she takes about like 10-15 minutes out of her show just to do that. To acknowledge people in there, and it's really dope. That he's the only artist I've ever seen to actually do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most of them kind of say, "Oh, I love you over here, I love you over there." And like, okay, my name is so and so.
Yeah.
So she kind of makes it intimate, even though there's a shit ton of people in there. She makes it feel like that she's talking to them.
Yeah.
Like personally, and it's really dope.
Yeah, it sounds dope. And I'm sure like that goes a long way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure it does. People feel like they got that recognition. So when you come back, what you got going on after the tour?
He said he was doing a lot of Palooza for a week, and then.
Yep, and then
is that with a different artist? Is a Lollapalooza with a different artist? Okay.
With a different artist. This artist named Melina Martinez.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar.
She's a dope artist. Yeah. She's a little bit. She's on the come up. Like she's got some albums. You know what I'm saying? She's on a major. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But her music is alternative.
Okay.
So I'm going from doing it's like a pop alternative. It's still popular music, but it's just alternative music
Right.
She's got like a real eclectic type of instrument. She's going like a theremin. The last time I mixed for her, she had like a harp.
Yeah.
Somebody playing a harp on stage. It was crazy.
Right.
It was dope.
Yeah, that's ill. That's different.
Yeah,
that's
something
different.
To see. Yeah, that's definitely something to see.
So do you go into that anticipating any? I mean, I don't know. From one artist or one genre to the next, what cues do you look for when you're mixing?
I listen to their music.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
For about a week straight, I listen to all their catalog because I don't know what songs they're gonna be on the set list, so I listen to all their music.
Yeah.
So if they got albums, you know what I'm saying, like multiple albums, I listen to every single one of them to get all the music in my head, so that way I know how the studio stuff sounds, and I can portray that in the live world. So I know, like, oh yeah, this part is pretty prominent in this part, so I gotta push this up. So that's what I do. That's how I prepare myself. And especially with other artists, I do the same thing. I go and listen to their music. So I know when I'm walking in there, I could not have any rehearsals, but I already know how the song is supposed to sound because I already immersed myself in their music and what it's supposed to sound like.
For sure.
Yeah, so you already know, like, I'm gonna emphasize this.
Yes.
Yeah. Certain parts that you might want to cut the sound for a second or whatever. Yeah.
Some just
because
pop. Go ahead, fam. Go ahead, fam.
Yeah, because I was just to kind of implement on that is with Melanie, I'm not gonna have any rehearsals because I'm gonna be with Lizzo on tour.
Right.
So I'm not gonna have a chance to sit there and cultivate my mix.
Yeah.
So I have to listen to the music, and I told my monitor guy, I said, "Hey, bro, make a recording so I can listen to the music and put my ears on it, so that way I can hear what's going on. So that way when I get there, I'm not completely lost."
Right.
Because she's gonna pay me a good amount of money for me to make sure her shit sounds right. So I gotta make sure I do my due diligence. And give her that same care.
Right, that you would give
Lizzo
right.
too.
Right.
Absolutely. Same thing when I work for Doja Cat or I work for Usher, whoever I work for, SZA, whoever, I still give everybody the same care. Even if I'm at like some club somewhere, I'm still gonna get that same care because I have the same mentality no matter where I go.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So what does working your way up the ranks in the live engineering world, what does that look like? How do you do they put a lot of weight behind I guess the stature of each artist you work with, or is it how'd you work your way up?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it all goes back to Kyle put me in these positions, and then from there, I kind of cultivate my own relationships with people myself.
Right.
Okay.
Because he's putting me there in his position, but then I'm also meeting new people who's calling me to do other gigs.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's all about going back to what we were saying at the top of the conversation. Networking is key, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you climb, is by networking, because people, at the end of the day, no matter what their job is, they still want to have a connection.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day, you could be like right now, I can call some of my great friends who do this stuff, but the only reason why I'm able to do that is because I have a connection with them.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll take my phone call, like, yo, what's good, Gage? How you doing? That kind of shit, because I built a connection with them and I built a rapport, and that's why I can't emphasize that enough, because that's so important.
And it wasn't just transactional. It's like, yo, we actually,
Because I'm sure a lot of venues and stuff, venues like that, right? They try to pick you off too, don't they? Like, yeah, man, you did good in here.
Yeah, they try, but then they know ultimately, man, I'm not interested. But thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my situation. I'm gonna stay here. You know what I'm saying? Because those venues, a lot of times they I hate to say it, but they can't afford people like myself, because it's like we already used to a certain standard. Yeah. And it's like, I can't. You got to give me this much. Well, we can't afford that. I'm like, well,
you overqualified at that point. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta sell yourself for what it's worth, man. Fuck that.
Yeah,
but that's another thing. You gotta know your worth, especially in this industry. Because when I first started working, I didn't know how much I was supposed to get paid until I found out how much I was supposed to get paid. I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to make that much? You serious?
Yeah, I'm fucking up.
You lying?
What type of span of time was that? How long did it take you to say like, nah?
A couple years.
Yeah.
A couple years, because I was just so excited about being where I am that I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Until one day I was having a conversation, because you're not supposed to talk money with people.
Yeah.
But I was saying, man, how much you making? I'm making this much. I'm like, you making how much? Really? They're like, how much you making? I said, I'm making this much. They said, what? Like, nigga, you gotta fix that. Like, they're raping you right now. You get raped.
Wait.
Right.
You know.
And the guy you spoke to had heard your work too.
Yes.
So he knew, like, yo, you doing.
Actually, no. Well, yeah, he heard my work. Yeah. And he was like, yo, man, you should be getting paid this much, bro.
Yeah.
People who do what you're doing should be getting paid this much money.
Yeah.
Right. And I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which you know, that's the one thing about the industry. It's like a lot of times most of the shit you have is transactional, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's about what you can do for somebody else and not what they can do for you.
Yeah. Right now.
That's 9 times out of 10 that's how it is.
Yeah. It's like, what can you do for me right now in the moment?
Absolutely. And that's the one thing that I don't appreciate with any facets of the industry is how transactional things are. So I try to really cultivate real relationships with real people. And even though I know maybe at first it may be transactional for them, but I try to change the atmosphere so the way when they see me, they're like, well, nah, he's really a good dude. So I'm not gonna do him like that. Yeah. So hopefully that they may do somebody else dirty, but me they be like, nah, that's the homie. Like I can't do him like that.
Yeah.
Because he was a good dude. I really like him. I fuck with him and what he's trying to do because he's a real person. And he's never given me a reason for me to look at him sideways. Yeah.
If they got like a drop of empathy, for sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
That's the nature. I mean, shit, man. That's the nature of our relationship. It's like, bro, like we ain't go platinum, bro. Like we didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like we had them aspirations, man, but it really came on the strength of us. Like, yo, we really want to come together and make dope music. You know what I mean? And see what
which we still can, and which we are gonna do.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm saying I never let the Excalibur get rusty, man. That motherfucker still got all type of sparks and shit coming off of it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, had to keep it sharp, man, because it's an obsession. And you know what? It's a kindred thing. When you meet somebody that's obsessed with this shit, it's like y'all speak the same language. And people that don't understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. It's like you got to be obsessed with it, bro. It's like anybody that ever gave me kudos as a lyricist, I appreciate it so much. It moves me for real. But what it came from was me being obsessed with this shit. Like, I'm not listening to that Jay-Z bar the way you listening to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm obsessing. Like, okay, it's autobiographical. Okay, and then there's the technical side of it. And then there's the showmanship of it. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's like everything that went into the execution, and then you adapt it, and then all of a sudden you find your way and become your own monster eventually. And I started to become my own monster while we met. You know what I mean? Like, well, me and Mighty had some heat. We had some heat, but I was still coming into my own as a writer. And I felt like I really became more three-dimensional once we met and we started doing that work in Iraq.
Yeah, that applied pressure, boy.
Oh, man. That was crazy.
To this day, people still be like, yo, I've had a friend of mine, my dude Fetzer, he's like, yo, that's the best song you ever made.
That shit is ill, bro.
And I'm like, I'm too competitive. So I'm like, man, no, we got other shit that's like, because in your mind, you're like, oh, nigga, that was, I mean, dog, we just was fucking around and just came up with something fun. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got tracks with the bars. I got tracks, man. Did you not hear the bars? Yeah. Did you not hear the bars? You know what I'm saying? But like, to this day, that applied pressure cut through. Like, people get excited when they hear it.
Yeah, most definitely. When that beat dropped, bro, oh my God. Look, we used to pull up real story. This is some shit that I don't even think I told Wally really. I don't know. But we would pull up. I used to work at a call service and shit. We'd be pulling up to the work. My dude Mighty, you know, Mighty had all the beats in his car. Mm-hmm. That shit would be slapping so hard. And that beat dropped, boom, boom, boom. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Folks used to be looking like, hey, who is that? What is that? Where is that? How can we find that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I get chills like at the end, like when them chords come in at the end and that shit down, like it's fire, and they get the same reaction like all these years later. I mean, once we start doing shit that was timeless, I'm like, okay, I know we got something special.
Yeah,
because I think that's kind of universal with all genres of music. Like, is it timeless? Do it hit you? You know, if I hear like Across 110th Street, it hit me the same way. And it came out well before I was born. But when I hear Across 110th Street, it still sounds fresh. It resonates now, you know? And that's true for like any great song, any great music, man.
But yeah, that shit was fire, bro. I just had to throw that in.
Oh, he can't hear?
Oh, shit.
Oh, I had a phone call.
Yeah.
Damn, should I go back in and out? I don't know.
Yeah, you might have to.
I don't know. Let me try Bluetooth off.
You might be good with the Bluetooth.
Oh, let me cut the Bluetooth off. Can you hear me? Yeah, damn.
Turn it back on now. Now go back to
All right, let me cut the Bluetooth back on. I got a damn phone call. Yo. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, but we was definitely experimenting with a lot of stuff, man. That was fun.
Yeah, no, that shit was fire.
For sure.
Was fun.
Yeah, dog. That shit.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all put out now, and then like you get to meet, you know what I'm saying, Dro, and you know what I'm saying, all the other guys. So
yeah,
man. We get to experience your shit, man, which is dope.
Yeah.
And then like, you know what I'm saying, just seeing the new work and what's gonna come of it.
Dro.
I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be dope, definitely great. Like on all sides. Like I think it's gonna be something great, man. Like, and I'm not just saying that because I'm gonna be a part of something, but I'm just happy to be a part of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anything that's gonna move something forward. You know what I'm trying to say?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working with the younger guys. I'm with all that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm with it all.
For sure, man. That's how I feel about with the ghostwriting, bro. Like I've still to this point, I haven't secured any real like clients. I just had people that inquire and show some interest. I know it's a numbers game. If I got 1,000 subs, how many people want to buy versus 10,000 versus 100,000? So I know it's just like got to get my volume of shit, just subs up and exposure up. But I want to, because I feel like that's where my longevity is, and I can kind of get those years back where I felt like we were doing great music, but it didn't get the recognition. So I'm like, shit, man, I got songs for eons that I could sell on top of like what we do. So that's another reason why like I keep it going, man, because I feel like I could age gracefully that way, where it's like shit. I know like people like Sauce Money was working with Jay-Z during like the Reasonable Doubt days, and he's still ghostwriting to these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And just to capitalize on what you're saying, well, kind of, I still got all those files, by the way. So if you need them, I got them.
Yeah. Because every blue moon there'll be a track where I'm like, damn, man, I want to hear that.
I got all that shit, bro. Every single thing that we did, I still have.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Because what we've been doing lately with the we want to expand. Like I wanted to polish up my presentation. Obviously, you got to keep evolving it, keep refining it. So I had to like get out of my damn room rapping on like a Bluetooth speaker. I had to get to where like, all right, let me make sure we got these. Like, let me record these records.
Yeah, you got to do that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you right now.
Yeah, gotta keep refining it, man. So like some of them joints, I mean, like off top, I'm like, man, yeah, you know that's right. Like, man, I never shot a video for that. I would love to shoot a video for that.
See it right there?
Oh yeah,
William Wallace, aka Kevlar.
Hey, yeah, you did.
Oh,
you did have the Kevlar. Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
so
they don't understand, bro. Right. You looking at
records. These are the Pro Tools sessions.
Yeah, this is some Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull shit they looking at right now, bro.
Like, look, we was making so many records at one time, dog. I just said do 1, 2, 3. Look, they don't have names.
Yeah. That's definitely a Wally trait right there.
Fam,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, dog. Cause like my favorite guys were all studio rats. They all had a reputation, you know, Tupac famously, you know what I'm saying?
First, man.
Yeah, dog. So I just that studio rap mentality, like nigga, we gonna just bang them out.
And that's kind of you know what, in this day and age you still gotta have that. But you know one thing that I don't like about the way the music is going right now is nobody makes complete projects anymore.
Yeah.
People make singles, which is cool, but nobody makes like a complete thought. So they got a EP is nothing but singles, and none of them shits correlate to the next song.
Right.
And I hate that shit so much. Cause I'm like, yo, you guys are not getting what it is to be a songwriter or what it is to be a performer. Like you're just trying to make you just throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks.
Right.
Which I get it because it's a cash grab. It's a cash grab.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I'm talking about for the real people who really like music, you kind of like disenfranchising people who really want to hear a project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely. Like people ain't doing that shit no more.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, King's Disease would be.
Yeah, those Nas and Hit Boy joints was like, yeah.
It's close to like a complete story type, you know what I'm saying, front to back album. But yeah, most people like they looking like, can we get fucking 5 top 100s on this album? You know what I'm saying? Let's go we need 3 platinum joints. We need, you know what I'm saying, 5 top 100s. You know what I'm saying? We want a couple gold songs. If we can get them all on one album. They just shooting for singles.
Albums are playlists now.
Yeah, it's an EP of just
and exactly, and it's like, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, just like kind of how I feel about sending beats to people now. Like I much rather have the artist in the studio with me,
right,
or we working together.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
To make something that's purposeful for what we're trying to do, instead of me just saying, yo man, here go a whole bunch of beats.
Right.
And make a song out of it. Like, I mean, anybody can do that shit, but it's not, to me, it's not personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
And
so that's the one thing I loved about working with my son and working with my cousins, because they'll come in here and we'll just sit and I'll start making beats and shit, or whatever the case may be, and then they'll start writing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's that synergy, kind of like what we used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Most definitely. You coming down there.
It's different to cook up. Like it is. You know what I'm saying? It's different to actually cook up and be like right there on the spot and catch that energy, catch a vibe.
Hell yeah.
And then because you get so much from that, dog. You get like inside jokes and shit. You know what I'm saying? It could be any little random moment. You know what I mean? Can lead to a line, and it'll be a line in the song that's an inside joke between you and the producer. Yeah, and everybody else don't even know what y'all was talking about because y'all was just in there vibing.
And that's the shit that I love to do, because like I said, like we gonna make this work. But then when I come back, man, I really want you to come down here, bro. So
we gonna make sure.
We
gonna make sure. We gonna it's gonna probably be like 3 of us or something. You know what I'm saying? 4 of us or something.
Yeah, I mean,
we get us a little hotel room and make it happen, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Probably bring my little homie Chris and Joe with us. Just come down there, fuck around, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when I come off this tour, I'm gonna have a little bit of time off, man. Probably like a month or so. Like we should definitely try to do this.
Yeah,
shit.
We could definitely.
Like we gonna pass shit back and forth, but I mean that's the standard of the business now. But I still want to have like us come in here, like we really just like you know what I'm saying? Go forward. You know what I'm saying? Like at least like, you know, just putting shit together. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that shit serves so many purposes, man. Like, yo, we need the content. Like, we need to leave. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to link up with you, man. Like, just
the podcast,
for sure.
And
Dro, we come down with Dro. Dro was me from a different part of Akron.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, just real dope lyricist, you know what I'm saying? And he got in the door, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
Yeah, we got like an eerily similar story.
Yeah, a couple unfortunate events and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he working on, he about to drop his last, I ain't gonna say his last project, but he about to empty the clip with some of his older songs and shit on this project right here and shit. So that's really all that is. Like, we got Dave East and all of them. There is some older tracks though that he dropping. Some DJ K Slade joints and shit. K Slade.
All right.
Who was it that okay, so when we went down to Miami, dog, because I brought it up like a gang of times over the years. Were they trying to get placements on like a DJ Khaled mixtape? Was that what that was?
It's probably Khaled.
And that did happen, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was, because I've described it to people like
this was before Khaled was who Khaled is.
Yeah. Right.
So, that's crazy because I was just talking to somebody about the young Khaled and shit and his early DJing days and shit. So it's cool to hear this type of stories and shit too, man.
Bro, and I recorded everything on that Nokia I had, and that motherfucker is Jimmy Hoffa. It's gone. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, in my mind, I'm trying to get on the early wave, because this is back when rappers was putting out CDs with DVDs with content. You know what I mean? So I was trying to get on that wave. Like, okay, well, that's why I went to I'm like, we're going to Miami? Hell yeah, I'm recording everything. So like, I recorded us going to get drinks. I recorded this in the studio, the whole 9. And like that phone nigga, that phone is who knows where it's in the abyss somewhere.
We went down to Wet Willie's on Ocean Drive.
Yeah.
We was right there on the beach.
Yeah, man.
There's a nigga in Miami right now that's still pretending like that was him in the video. Still got that no kid.
Bro.
He walking around like, yeah, you remember that time I was in the club?
Because, bro, we had all that music, and the point I was trying to make it like a companion piece. Like, let me take the music I did with Gage, and then mix it in with some of the music I did with Mighty and Chisel, and then have like the DVD so people can see like, oh, so it's just like, because people need to see it. We all from the Show Me State. People need to see it like, oh, he was actually like in the mix with like some, you know, some people in the industry. But yeah, that experience was crazy, man. I think best case scenario, what did you think would come from that? Like what were our options if let's say they was like, yo, we want to sign y'all to a publishing deal? Like, how do you think that could have played out in the best possible scenario?
I mean, that definitely could have played out. Basically, we caught them at the wrong time. And what I mean by that is they were so focused on getting this other thing situated that they really didn't want to put any effort into what we were trying to bring to the table. Even though they saw the value in what we were bringing to the table, they just was like, yo, like, yeah, but we trying to do this over here so we can come back to that. That shit fell apart. And then now, you know, then made us like, man, fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? So then we kind of like, so then shit. So when it fell apart, what happened, fam? Like, what do you know about that situation?
Because I never knew. My girl even asked me, because I've talked to my girl about it. I was like, yeah, we went to Miami, meet Gage Pettit. We was shopping it. We was really like trying to like, we was doing it the way you used to do it, where you got to go down, play your demo, meet and greet, network. And she was like, well, because her thing was like, she didn't want me to feel like, well, baby, I don't want you to feel like you missed the opportunity because you don't even know what happened. Yeah, and I never stayed stuck in that place emotionally. I kept working, kept trying to get better. So I never was like bitter about it. Like, oh man, like I always kept working, but I never knew like what actually did happen with that situation.
I mean, that's just what it was. Like they just felt like it was more than what they could take on at the time. Yeah. And it wasn't like they wasn't interested. It just was like, oh, well, we like it, but right now, this is not what we're trying to focus on. Because they didn't have the capacity at the time. Even though they had the money, they didn't have the capacity to take on another artist.
Yeah.
Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they were putting everything that they had into the other artists, and which, like I said, that shit went freaking nowhere. Which still continues to this day, just nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I worked with him like many years later.
Yeah.
And we made some dope shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Like, real talk though, I made the beats. I think I should just scratch his fucking shit off of there and send you these records, bro.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead, send them. Because this is what it is. This is what it was.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how nowadays that everybody is doing retro shit?
Yeah.
Well, I was doing. We had this album called Retro Radio.
Okay.
And basically what it was we took old songs. Like I took some old records and I sampled, like, you know, the part, I sped it up.
Yeah.
I sped up the sample so it can have a bounce.
Yeah.
And I put drums to it and shit like that because I didn't have to put nothing else because everything was already there. You feel me? And then I took their now we can't get this shit cleared, but it'd be something cool just to put out.
Right, dope content, dope promo.
Yeah. Exactly. I took their hook, their verse, their choruses, and I put it back into the song.
Ooh.
So it's almost like you was featuring a record with them.
Right.
Like 16, you got them on the hook, and then you got 16. And it was like a trade off going back and forth.
Right.
I did a song like that with shit. I did. Oh man, we did. I did a Sade record. I did a Janet Jackson record, which never seen a lot of day, but it's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
It's that Come Back to Me record, like Come Back to Me.
Oh yeah.
But, so everybody's done that record so many times, right?
Yeah.
But I put her back on the verse, back on the song, on her own shit. But just left space for an artist to put their own thing on.
Right.
So yeah, man. Unfortunately, this record, this project never seen a lot of day, but it was such a cool concept. And every time I show people that, they say, "Yo, man, why this shit never come out?" I'm like, because I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be something cool that I should send you, but I gotta send it to you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like,
at least something, man.
YouTube series, man, for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like I said, we can't get the shit cleared,
Right.
But the thing is, we can have fun with it though.
Yeah,
I think it's something real cool to have fun with.
Yeah, I definitely want to make this like some like Super Bowl shit, man. Like let's, we can chronicle the whole joint and turn it into like a vlog series, the making of, and really just put the Michael Bay, the Bayhem, put the Michael Bay on it. You know what I'm saying? Put the CG on it, make it big, because It's something that's like long overdue, dog. And I know when we work, it's always something special. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a synergy for real. And even if it's like a concept record going in a retro direction. I mean, I'm like, I've finally achieved my Super Saiyan form. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Goku, my nigga. So whatever you got, you know what I'm saying? Like we can go in any direction, fam. Like
I mean, that's something that I think that people wouldn't expect.
Right.
For sure, because the way the concept of the shit was just so crazy. Because like I hear people do shit from the 90s all the time, and they put their own spin on it. But this shit was like really like the essence of the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was just like if you would like just make it fast, because a lot of these songs was slower.
Mm-hmm.
So
spin them up, change the beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
you gotta hear at least one of these though.
And man, like saying like I do the same thing. We set up the cameras and shit, and we record and do the what's that?
Yeah.
We could do like you was doing the My Balls and My Word freestyle series, and just just come and spit them inside the booth.
Yeah.
After y'all record them and mix them and master them and everything.
Right, and then have it. Yeah.
Record that, and then you know what I'm saying, you can live it.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Put the bells and whistles on it,
That's
man.
what's dope about all of this, man. So like we got the good sounds and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can do.
No doubt.
I can pretty much do all type of crazy shit over here now with the things. I can change different sound effects. We got the clapping and all of that shit like that. I got the Bluetooth phone, so I can't do much. But you can, you know what I'm saying, smoking weed and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's just one of the sound effects on the board and shit.
That's dope. Because we was doing it in
we,
real time.
I gotta pull up this one record so you can hear it. Hopefully y'all will be like, oh okay. Let me see where.
Oh, for sure.
So or any of our lives or anything that we do, I can easily, you know what I'm saying, hit the, you know what I'm saying, applause.
All of it in real time. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's official.
Hold on. I got so many files. I'm just sitting there just trying to find this.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Right.
When I came across the dude, you got it?
No, hold on. Keep going.
Yeah, when I came across the dude, Dame Taylor, dog, he reminded me of you in a way. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn.
How so?
Like, actually, for one, the sound of his voice, and then seeing him in that studio setting reminded me of you.
Got you.
Yeah, those are the two main things. Sound of his voice, and then just seeing him in that studio set reminded him of you.
You was talking about Normandy.
Yeah, her live 2019.
2019 VMA.
VMA, yeah. But yeah, we
You go. You hear it?
yeah.
Pull up on you. I'm ready to do what I do. Baby, what you
I ain't
want
gonna play it for a couple seconds.
Shoot your shot, cause I'm bulletproof.
Yeah.
Load it up and do. Baby, what you wanna do? I'm ready to
But the
pull
live
up.
show.
Live, yeah, big, yeah.
This tight, got you wildin'.
Now listen to the drums.
Trips to the islands. Drip on your beep, baby, right.
That's crazy, and that's live.
In it, cause you know I like it. Baking up a cake for you. Sweet baby, like it.
Guitar.
Can't just keep
That shit fire.
Yeah,
breathing too.
That shit hard, bro.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, that shit is. That's fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And just and that's crazy because
turnarounds and shit.
I've seen and listened to like plenty of live shows, and I've never, until you said something, really thought about it. Like, yo, that is a completely different mock-up. Like the way somebody taking that song, and they break it down. Like, okay, we gotta have this guitar. We need it to be prominent.
Right.
We gotta have these drums. You gotta do this. I need that sweeping bell right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And somebody is putting that together. I never thought about that ever, man. Like, ever.
All right, hold on. This got his verse on it. So
Okay.
So I took so many different records. Like I took a record like this. I'm just gonna play. So I took different records. Yeah. So I'm just giving y'all a test of what we did.
Right.
And I just sped up everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Just added my shit to it. Okay, so that was one. Then we did what is this? Oh yeah, this is
I saw that. Yeah.
I sped it up though. So the original song is not this fast.
Okay.
Right. Oh man, I bet you that shit do.
Yeah.
I bet.
It hit hard. So
Yeah.
like I said, I'm gonna take these records and I'm gonna send them to you. I'm gonna send you just the WAV files of just the shit, and then like see what you can come up with.
Yeah.
If we can do something, if we can do something with this shit, bro, let's do something with it and let's put it out and just have fun with it. This shit never seen the light of day. Nobody's ever heard this shit outside of whoever I showed it to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
So
it's worth it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that'd be fire anyway.
Right,
that's Sade, boy.
Yeah.
Arms tonight. Yeah.
I flipped this shit. So I took it, I sped it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded real Bay Area-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
I like to be all over the place with shit.
Yeah, reminds me of some Mac Dre. Yeah.
Just saying, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's dope.
So it just like I say, I have to bounce some sounds down for you, but I got so much music in here, bro. That's never seen a lot of days that I want something like if I can just take the idea and if you like the concept of it, we can spruce it up and kind of make it 2023 kind of shit.
Yeah.
And just take the concept of it and just kind of redo it. Let's do it.
Man,
I'm telling you, I got like almost like 1,000 records on here, bro.
Oh.
Well, okay, I lied. More like 500.
Right.
More like 500.
Oh man.
But still, it's a lot.
Right.
Yeah, that's a plethora.
Still,
yeah, dog.
Yeah.
We gotta. It's crazy, and like I know I could spaz on that shit now. But the original was dope. We got a track record that we never put out. Look at here, did you see that, homie? Your block ain't jumping like mine. Look where we at, homie.
Hey, that's crazy because I know I heard that.
Dog, that shit hard, but it never came out. I know you sent me the beats. I recorded my vocals, I think, up at Kill Bill studio, and I'm not even sure if I ever sent the waves back.
No, you probably just sat on it for real. I think that was around the time the transition was happening. From Kill Bill studio and what's the name?
Yeah, dog. But it was it's hard too, dog. I named it Did You See That? But it was hard.
That's crazy because I remember that for real. I think
look at here. Did you recorded see that, homie?
Yeah, you recorded that.
I recorded it at your spot, yeah. I think I recorded it twice. For sure, like 2 different studios. But yeah. Just speaking of like hard shit that never saw a light of day, I know that's one of the hardest beats you sent me. I called it Did You See That? And it never made it beyond. It was dope conceptually and like lyrically it was dope and like the beat was fire automatically, but it was just a rough mix. It never made it past being just a rough mix. But it's called Did You See That? I want to hear that shit now because I'm like, damn, bro. Because the original verses, I wrote them in a way where it all bleeds together. Like both verses got the exact same cadence and the same concept. And then you sent me another track. I think I did send that one back to you though, but I recorded that with Kill Bill, and it was it was something that was more like some sensual shit. I can't remember the name of it. What you playing over there? What's that?
Yeah, I hear the slap in the back.
It's an old beat that we did like a long time ago, bro. And like you got verses on here. Hold on.
Oh shit, yeah. Look at young Wallace,
Right.
man. Grasshopper Wallace. Damn.
So yeah,
15-year-old Wallace. Hey, that nigga fresh out the army. Fresh in the army, yeah. Yeah.
But
I
when
mean,
niggas,
if we got
Hell
so
yeah.
many of them, bro.
yeah, bro. Every now and then I hear some, like, you know, because people been fucking with the movement, you know, call it the movement. People been fucking with it, and I get somebody that be like, "Yo, man, that shit's starting to get, yo, man, that ladies' choice you," and I'd be like, "Yo, nigga, I was nice 20 years ago. What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm starting to heat up? What are you talking about? What are you saying to me right now? Like, nigga, I play some old shit. Like, nigga, I've been hot, nigga. What you talking? I've been him, nigga. What are you talking about? The blasphemy, like,
No,
nigga.
but we definitely need to like link up like in person. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? The whole crew, everybody.
Yeah, I
come down
definitely
here.
I'm
We
gonna
just-
come meet you, dog. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I look forward to meeting you too. Wally used to rave
Like I
about
say,
you,
man.
and we used to be up here playing your beats like you was our fucking cousin and shit.
Yeah, fam, for sure. For sure.
Well, I can't wait to meet you too, fam, because I'm like, man, I'm here and I'm gonna work for knowledge. So whatever
Definitely.
y'all want to ask,
Oh, definitely,
anything,
man. We gonna
like,
come
I'm like,
absorb some
this
shit.
how you do this. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, I love doing that shit.
For
Definitely.
sure.
Love it.
For sure. Well, shit, man. I definitely want to do this again.
Yeah.
Would it make sense to do it? Shit, cause you do this on the road, or what you want to do when you come back?
I can. As long as I got an internet connection, I can do it on the road.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Which would probably be something cool, because I can show you something
Right.
of a different,
Yeah,
different
hell yeah.
space.
Exactly.
You know what
So-
I'm saying?
See, we right here with it. We
So
right
if
here
y'all,
with it.
if y'all can do it that way, what I can do is next time I set it up, and we'll text you a link that'll let you open up your camera, and then your camera be part of our stream and shit. So then that way.
Okay.
That way, your video
Yeah.
and our videos will all be synced in together,
Yeah.
and they'll still be able to catch it and
Damn,
stream it and
see.
shit. Oh yeah.
That's crazy. 'Cause I'm not even up on technology like that. Even
Yeah.
So if you look up Video Ninja, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it an app?
No, it's a pretty much like a open base web streaming, pretty much. So like
Okay.
you can set it up so that it's a private room, so can't nobody get in. And then you can I can just send you a QR code pretty much. And anybody who got the QR code, their video can then be in this virtual chat pretty much. And from there,
So kind of like Zoom.
yeah, it's pretty much like Zoom all over the world without but it's a little bit more encrypted and open based. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That'd be ideal.
Yeah, because you've been off camera the whole time. I wanted to see.
Yeah,
you. I
yeah.
didn't see your face the whole time.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah, man. We I was going the way we had it set up. I got the camera over to my left.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had it
Yeah.
set up real fly,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Cause see, we I control all the camera angles from here. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, technology is a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah,
Hell
dog. Yeah. I'm telling you.
So yeah, man, we definitely, man. When we come down there, I'm gonna bring the setup and shit, man, so you can see at least the on the road version. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. For
Yeah,
sure. For
hell
sure.
yeah.
By all means, like I said, yeah, we definitely need to set that up. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, we could definitely do this again while I'm on the road, and you know, make a little blog thing or whatever. We can do
Yeah,
whatever.
most definitely.
bro.
dog.
I'm
for sure.
down for whatever to help young black men. You know what I'm saying? Do something.
Yeah,
Most
Something
definitely.
positive.
for sure.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Good shit. Good
Yeah.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a lot of us like on the tech shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
For real.
we're not afforded these things.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
the truth.
So it's like we gotta try to like, you know, beg and borrow and steal from other places to kind of make our shit happen. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Instead of us having the same abilities, we gotta like, you know, do some shit to make it happen.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For sure.
So
for sure.
I'm very impressed by what y'all got going on, bro.
Yeah,
And I
man.
definitely, like I say, want to be a part of whatever I can be a part of.
Oh, yeah,
for
most
sure,
definitely,
bro.
man.
for
Wally,
sure.
give him the tour of the studio real quick,
You
man.
already
I mean,
know.
like we ain't like it ain't super major over here, but we do got a couple little.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
it works, right?
Oh yeah,
Right?
Don't I mean like
That's
I'm
all that matters.
yeah, hell yeah. We try to make
Sure.
something something happen out of everything. Like you know what I'm saying? Bam. So yeah. Green screen set up over there, yeah, yep.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
okay.
Then yeah. Hell yeah, that's where
KRKs over there.
yeah, hell yeah. My dude Streets, man, that's his setup and stuff. We trying to get in here, man. We ain't really got to use it. We trying to do Proofers in the booth. That's gonna be our setup. Just have people come in and freestyle and stuff. I'll be live. Then that's the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah. Then on this side we just podcast full time, and I do t-shirts and shit like that, embroidery, things of that sort. Man, we be trying to make something.
Man, I love the hustle,
maximize
the
space. You know what I'm saying? It's all about maximizing the space.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So now we got Wally up here on, you know what I'm saying? Getting it in. We're gonna have him come up here, do some podcasts, freestyles, and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
Like I say, man, well, I consider both y'all family, especially Wally, you know what I'm saying? Definitely family.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, whatever y'all need of me, man, I'll be there. Just let me know.
For sure, bro. Hey, we gotta do this again, man. Much love, happy for you, fam. From day one, definitely, you always extended your arm like, yo, dog, we fam, we going in. This is a project. From day one, he never came at me like, yo, man, nigga, I want 10,000 on the back end.
This is what we gotta do.
He always was like, fam, hey, man, let's collaborate. Like, let's do it. Let's Dr. Dre and Snoop this shit. And been rocking ever since.
Yeah,
and I'm still that nigga, bro. I'm still
definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still on the same vibe.
Yeah, and it's genuine, man. But we gonna get it in, man, for sure, man. I'm gonna holler at you, Gage.
Hell yeah, man. Be safe, bro, man. Look forward to talking to you on the tour, man.
For sure, man. Definitely gonna do this while I'm on the tour.
Yeah, okay, got you.
I like
Trenches Radio.